One question that comes up periodically is, when does my 1031 exchange actually start? And this typically occurs when the underlying transaction, the sale of the relinquished property, took place late in the afternoon, often on a Friday. So imagine, if you will, a real estate closing scheduled for Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And by the time everyone's done at the closing agent is unable to get a wire out that day. It may not get out until Monday. And then if Monday's a holiday, the wire may not go until Tuesday. So when does the 1031 exchange start? The funds haven't yet gotten to the qualified intermediary. Taxpayers want to know the answer to that question. In fact, some taxpayers argue that their 1031 exchange should not start until the money reaches the qualified intermediary. And while I empathize with them, and I think that's a wonderful argument, the IRS's position is that the 1031 exchange starts when the benefits and burdens of ownership have shifted. So when we left the closing table at 5 o'clock on Friday, the buyer probably had keys in their hand. And certainly they were of the mind that they now owned the property. The seller is the one who's kind of on the fence. So when taxpayers ask me directly, how do I know? I often pose this example. We left the closing table Friday at 5 o'clock. Saturday night, there was a fire. Whose insurance company are we calling? The buyers or the sellers? I think we all know the answer is going to be that we call the buyer's insurance company. Everybody knows that the transaction really completed on Friday when we left the closing table. That's how we're going to figure out when the benefits and burdens shifted. That's when the transaction starts. That's when the 45-day and 180-day stopwatches start. Don't be lulled into a false sense of security and think that your exchange doesn't start until the money reaches the qualified intermediary. Make sure you double check your starting dates.